Well, good morning viewers and welcome back. Haven't seen anybody for, well, you don't see anybody, but haven't been around for quite a while. We've been, wife and I took a trip overseas for a while, and I've been busy doing some updates and upgrades to the PCs and the sim in general. We've got one seat missing at the moment, but that's just in the shed there while I was doing the an update on the rails. So they're all finished now, and the chair will be back in here probably tomorrow. So what's happened? We've actually upgraded the PC here, the main PC that runs the graphics. So we now have an updated motherboard. Unfortunately, the CPU I was after, which was the 9900K, is still not available. So whilst I'm hanging around waiting for that, I bought myself another 8700K, which I'm thinking is only going to be an interim thing, but I'm going to overclock the shit out of that very shortly anyway. So at the moment it's running just standard. But the big thing is I put two RTX 2080 Ti's in that box. So our graphics should be really nice. Please no comments about RTXs having problems, or the fact that they're no better than a 1060. So yeah, during the setup I was absolutely blown away by the 2080 Ti's, and I've been very happy with them so far, so no complaints here. We did have some teething issues with the sim, sorted them all out, they're all good now. So what we're doing today is we're doing a bit of preliminary work, myself and my good mate in New Zealand, Richard Jellyman. We're going to do something that this harebrained guy came up with called the Double J Challenge. So we're both going to start off in different locations. He's going to start off in Auckland, and I'm going to start off in beautiful Jackson in New Guinea, and I'm going to trundle down to Cairns, then to Brisbane, Sydney, down to Launceston, then over to Queenstown, up to Nelson, across to Wellington, and finishing off in Auckland. And he's going to do the exact opposite, starting off in Auckland, down to Wellington, across to Nelson, Nelson down to Queenstown, Queenstown across to Launceston, up to Sydney, Brisbane, and then finishing off in Jackson here. So, and then what we're going to do, we're going to work out our times and also our fuel usage to see whether the Aussies win or the Kiwis win. So just a bit of a challenge for the pair of us, and because we've both got cockpits now, and keeps us on our toes and keeps us current with what's going on in the industry. So that's what today is about. We've got a flight going from Jackson to Cairns, so I'm just going to get a bit of a rough handle on what's going and what we're going to do. Today we've got Orbix Weather 1, so it's going to be a bit untidy around the place. Doesn't look too bad at the moment, but you never know what happens. The other big thing is that I have GSX running on the sim now, and GSX level 2 running on the sim, so we will be hearing people boarding and all that sort of thing. So without further ado, I'm going to go through and set up the sim and get it going. And okay. Check out, I've got a proper PFPX load sheet here today. So we're going to have 7,000, yeah, so we're spot on with our fuel. So that's fuel in the wings, nothing in the mains. So AY PY is the reference, the ICAO reference. Yeah, so sorry people, what we did was we changed our position. We're now down at gate 1. We're a bit far up there at gate 10. So hopefully we've got our stuff together now. Just got to wait for our IRSs to align. Looks like it, yep. .41 is our trim. And let's see if we can get some people on board. Oops. It's telling us we need to our departure today. Alright, what we'll do is we'll get everything up and operational and then we'll come back. So our departure is on 32 right. There's no SID out of Jackson. And an arrival into YBCS is on runway 33. Hopefully that's an ILS. Doesn't look like it. It's a localizer. We'll go RNAV. So the aircraft's being loaded up. We've got passengers coming on board. I think so, anyway. Yeah, so like I said, we'll come back when we're closer to takeoff. Okay, so after having read the instructions from ProSim, I've got a bit of a problem because I haven't set up the doors properly, so I'm going to have to do that afterwards. So now I've got GSX buzzing me every 2 seconds saying open the front doors and I can't. So I'm just going to have to bypass that now. I'll make sure everything else is correct. We'll do a before start. So oxygen, masks and quantity. Yep, they're all correct. Our EECs are alright. Navigation transfer switches are correct. Display switches are correct. Fuel. We have 7.8 tonnes, 3.9 in each of the tanks. Passenger signs are on. Window heats are on. Hydraulic pumps, engine driven pumps are on, elect pumps are off. Pressurization is set. Our landing altitude is 50 feet and our flight altitude is 35,000. Our flight instruments are all correct. Our V1 is 134, our radio altitude is 200. Not really sure what the QNH is at the moment. I guess I can check that. If I just go to my radios. Where is it? Is set to anti-RTO. Our takeoff warning horn is stowed, parking brake is set, and our aileron and rudder trim is centered. So now we're ready for the before push. So our zero fuel weights are set, our N1s are set, V speeds are set. And stab trim is set, minimum cleanup altitude, which is 200, and our flight deck door is shut and ready to go. So we can now go into our menu and turn off the air, and we're going to request a pushback, and we want to go nose right. And here we go. And starting engine 1 today. Oh, that's a bit unusual. What the hell's going on there? Looks like the hostie is standing on the on the job here. So we've got fuel going into engine 1. Beautiful airport, Port Moresby. This is an Orbix airport, of course. All their airports are beautiful. And that'll do us nicely there. So that's a good start on engine 1, and now going over to engine 2. So give it some fuel. Okay, so that's a good start on engine 2. So, all good there, lights on. It's all looking good. Before taxi checklist. Electrical, so both our gens are on. Our probe heat is on. Anti-ice not required today, that's for sure. Start switches are over to continuous. Our flight controls we haven't checked yet. Start levers are in the idle position, and flaps are 5 and lights coming on. So we'll go over and check our flight controls. So we have full deflection of the elevator forward and rear, and ailerons right and ailerons left, and speed brake. Speed brakes are functional, and elevator left, right, elevator left. Perfect. We are ready to roll. So, let's go. Had a small issue with my tiller yesterday, and I still haven't got it 100% right at the moment. I need to adjust it slightly. I need to adjust the null zone slightly because it's super sensitive at the moment, especially towards the left. So I need to just tidy that up a bit. We don't have a great distance to taxi to the end of the runway here. I've also installed my new wipers. I don't know if you can see them, but they're a new addition. Okay, let's have some lights. We'll just stop at the end of the strip here and do a before takeoff checklist. Attendant notification. Transponder is on. Packs are set. Bleeds are set. APU is off, and nothing on the recall. So we are good to go. No traffic. coming up on top of descent very shortly. So I'm going to go through and do a descent checklist, so we'll get rid of this. Okay, descent checklist. Altimeters and bugs. So, 262, we're all 35,000, that's looking good. Everything's flying alright out there, that's great. VREF and target, so let's go and do that. 109.9 is our frequency. Is 150. And our VREF will be 40 degrees of flaps at 135. Got a fairly long runway of 10,400 feet, so we're only going to take 1 degree of of auto brake. Engine start switch is back to continuous and lights on. Tell the girls that we're just about to enter off a descent. So packs are set, start switches are back over to continuous as I said, and nothing on the recall. So we're all good for our descent now. So as soon as we come up on it, we're ready to go. Still got a fair way to go. About 140, 50 miles, 150 miles. But it's fully on screen now, so we can see. There's the tip of Australia over there on the right hand side. So that was a 38-minute flight from New Guinea and to the tip of Australia. So we're not that far away, are we? Well, admittedly, that's travelling at 500 miles an hour. But yeah, that looks absolutely beautiful over there, very tip of Australia. We've got an Aboriginal reserve there called Barmaga. Had an old mate many years ago. Might even be watching this video, and he used to manage it, I believe. Hope he's still up there. If you are, g'day mate, how's it going? John, I think his name was. Alright, so we're back to it. Coming up on top of descent. This time we're not going to do an auto land because we don't actually have an ILS, so probably doing a hand landing for this one, I'd say. Hopefully our flight control's going to be fine. We'll find out. Okay, well we just entered our descent. Heading down, we're right on profile at the moment. First drop from 35 is down to 12,500. Just noticed off to our right here, as we were coming down from the tip of Australia, you can see the beautiful coral reefs and that of the barrier reef on the right hand side there. Beautifully portrayed by Orbix. Okay, and then of course after our next waypoint, Zany, the one after that is Cody, which is not that far from Cairns itself, and Cody is at 4,000 feet, so we've got to drop from 12 to 4,000, but we do have 36 miles in between, so our next waypoint, which is 60 odd turned on to our Cody waypoint. We'll be hitting that, I don't know, probably about 10 minutes time. It's 34 miles away, and we're looking for 4,000 feet. We just hit a whole bank of cloud cover. Still no wind, but we've still got the clouds there. So we're now heading out from the ocean. We're going to head over to the mainland, and are here at beautiful Cairns. So that was our test flight for the Double J flights. Can't remember the name of it now. A challenge, the Double J challenge for Richard and myself. So that turned out pretty good. We'll go back and crunch the numbers and see how it went. Bit upset with the last part of the leg there where it kicked off and went crazy. So we'll just take a look at it and see what we have to adjust and then move on to the next leg and try it out. So next leg will be from here, Cairns down to Brisbane. Fairly straightforward. We've done that on a number of times, so that shouldn't be a problem. So that's all for now, people. We'll catch you next time round.